Hello people, welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to know about something very interesting. The name of the channel is what? How do you pronounce the name? Skewa? Squa? No, actually the name of the channel is Shwa, and the reason behind keeping this name is Shwa is the easiest vowel sound that we can, as humans, we can produce. That is like yes. The reason to keep the name of the channel Shwa is because the vowel Shwa, which is pronounced as is the easiest and the most effortless vowel sound that exists in human language. So basically you can't make mistake with this, and it requires literally no pressure, no extra effort to produce this sound. And the motto of this channel is to make learning easy, to make learning effortless, and hence our channel is Shwa, effortless learning. So today I was thinking that when we talk, what is the most important, what constitutes our talk? Like even when we write, what constitutes that? How do we say that which is more important for you, speaking or writing? That means speech or writing. If we think we can actually live by without writing, but speech is always primary. Well, now there has been a lot of debate regarding speech and writing, which is primary and which is secondary, and there is a whole history of language development and linguistic studies regarding this particular topic, and which we will touch some other time. But if we think speech is something very important. And so what is speech? Can we call speech as some randomly word put together? Speech is sentences, and sentences are like some random words just put together. Sometimes they have meaning, sometimes they don't have meaning. What do you think? Is that speech? Well, to have a meaningful speech, we need to have these words strung together in a meaningful way, and this combination of words in a meaningful way is what we call sentences. Now, if we think about those words, particular units that are combined together, do they come just randomly? Like they're just like that. They do not have a specific purpose. They are just random. Is it like that? Or is it that these words, the words that exist in speech, human languages, they belong to particular categories. They have specific functions, they have specific meanings, and they are utilized in very special ways to make the speech meaningful. Yes, if we think, then all these categories are parts of a big meaningful something, a big meaningful speech. So can we call those part that constitute the speeches are parts of speech, right? Now, these parts of speech have been categorized in different ways, like noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunctions, interjections. Well, modern English grammar does not really count interjection as a part of speech. Rather, it says that article, they are a part of speech. But we are going to study both interjections and articles. Well, there is no harm in studying and learning more, right? Okay, so the very first thing that comes in this parts of speech is noun. Nouns are everywhere. Everything is a noun. Okay, now this might be a little exaggeration, but then think of anything, any name, any, like for example, my name, Shatarupa. It's a noun. This camera, sound, light, chair, table, this lamp, the painting behind, the wall, everything. Like, these are nouns. Of course, nouns are of various subcategories, but generally we can say that the naming words are nouns. Let's come to pronouns. Pronouns are something that can stand instead of a noun. For example, this white shirt, can we call it, I'm wearing a white shirt. We can say I'm wearing this, I'm wearing it, right? So this and it is replacing the white shirt, right? So the shirt is a noun, and hence we can say that pronouns can replace nouns. Now let's come to verb. Verbs are the action words. By action words we mean that verbs denote that something has been going on. Now please do not confuse that if you are sleeping or you are just being, it's it's not doing some action. No, action words are verb, but verbs are also the words which denote being, which denote a state of being. So verbs are the words which denote action, as well as the words which denote the state of being. Now comes adverb. Adverbs are very interesting group of words. Adverbs are something that talk about everyone. Yes, adverbs, you can call adverbs as our neighborhood aunties, because adverbs talk about verbs, adverbs talk about themselves, and adverbs also talk about something very unique, that is adjective. So for example, we know that action words are verb. Now let's consider an action word, run. Run. Now if I ask, how does he run? He runs fast. So this fast is the fast is a word which is talking about the verb run. So the fast is a adverb. We say he runs very fast. So what is very here? He runs very fast. So what is very here? We know that runs is a verb, fast is the adverb. Then what is very? Any idea? Well, very is another adverb, and it is judging the adverb itself, that is fast. So we can say that adverbs judge not only verbs, it also judges themselves also. I mean, by judges we can say it qualifies, it gives more and more information about the verb and more information about the adverb that is actually used to qualify the original verb. Okay, let's go to adjective. Adjective, you can also pronounce it as adjective. Both are actually equal, but somehow I like adjective because probably I was taught by my professors at FLU to pronounce it as adjective. And also I guess, like, the old pronunciation, received pronunciation, RP pronunciation accepts it as adjective, so I also pronounce it as an adjective. Now adjectives are again very special because adjectives qualify nouns and pronouns. By the word qualify, again we see that the word qualify says it gives more information. Like for example, I'm wearing a white top. I'm wearing a white top. So the top, the shirt, top, shirt, whatever we like to call it, it's a noun. So it's a noun, and with the word white, it is giving us much more information, more detailed information about what it actually is. Like, what's the color? I'm wearing a white top. A white top it is. Say I'm wearing a beautiful white top. Here beautiful is again an adjective. So we can say adjectives also can talk about, enhance themselves, right? So I'm wearing a beautiful white top. Let's come back to the adverb situation. We know that adverbs also can qualify adjectives. And how does that happen? Okay, now adverbs have this unique ability to enhance or qualify or judge different types of words. Like, for example, we know about verb and adverbs themselves. Now let's talk about adjectives. Okay, in case of adjective, what adverb does is, let's take it as a sentence. I'm wearing a very beautiful white top. So here very is qualifying how beautiful it is. It's very beautiful. So this very as adverb is enhancing the quality of this top, this beautiful white top. So how beautiful it is? It's very beautiful. Well, it's very beautiful. So that is how adverb judges other parts of speech, and adjectives talk about the qualities of nouns and pronouns. Now another very important part of speech comes, that is preposition. Now preposition, so if we break it down, it is preposition. So that means something is sitting before something. So before that something is usually a noun or a pronoun. Okay, so we should always remember that preposition in English stands before either a noun or a pronoun. For example, I'm sitting on the chair. The painting is on the wall. The lamp is near me. I kept the lamp next to the chair. Right, the painting is in the frame. The color on the wall is white. There is an object near me or next to me, or we can say something that is just adjacent, that is beside me. So all these words, all these prepositions talk about particular placements of objects or the direction of some object or some action that is happening. For example, I'm going towards the market. So that means if I start from here, I'll go to the market, towards the market, like directly towards the market. So that is how these are prepositions. It sits before a noun or a pronoun, and it helps us to indicate a particular position, place or direction of the thing or the action, whatever that is happening in the whole sentence. Now there is conjunction. Conjunction is something that joins two things, like two different parts, it joins, like and, but, if, all these words. Okay, for example, I bought a white shirt and a red shirt. So here and is joining two sentences, like I bought a white shirt, I bought a red shirt. So fused together. I bought a white shirt and a red shirt. And then comes interjection. Interjections are the words, or rather the expressions that that shows the what is the mood. Like for example, yay, oops, alas, we lost the match, hooray, hip hip hooray. So these are interjections. Articles are nowadays considered as a part of speech, and I think they they rightly deserve this place. So the articles that we use in English language are a and the. Now the is pronounced as the in certain cases. If you know, write down in the comments, or else we'll continue in the next chapter, next lesson, why what are the situations when we use the or the. Articles are always used before nouns. Here remember, do not go by the spelling of the word. Go by how it sounds. So for example, a lamp, a picture, a painting, a chair, an almirah, because the word almirah sounds with a vowel sounds. So A stands before the words with consonant sounds, and an starts with stands with the word before vowel sounds. Now question of the. So the that comes before something that is very unique. For example, the Mount Everest. It's very unique. So there are other situations when we can use the or the, depending upon how the word sounds. Well, yes, I'm giving you another clue that it depends upon the sound, how the word sounds. So there's something that is unique, something that is a very universal truth. Like, for example, sun rises in the east. So here we use the and the and an. So here so this was the introduction to the parts of speech. We'll continue in the next segment. Till then, bye bye, and you can write down your questions in the comments below.